What's up guys, JV2017 here, and I am bringing you a new Fallout 4 tips and tricks video. And this time I thought I'd take a break from the usual tip video and show you something useful that you can do in the comfort of your own settlement. And just a quick reminder guys, this is your #1 hub for Fallout 4 content here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned on my channel for daily Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. Today I'm going to show you how to produce an unlimited amount of adhesive by making vegetable starch. And this is a strategy that some of you may already know about and something I just happen to have not covered until now. So if you know about this, I hope I can still share something new with this video. So first off, let's talk about vegetable starch. So this is something that you create at the cooking station. So you'll have one of these at most of your settlements. If you don't, you'll have to create one. And so essentially with this, it's in the utility tab, and each unit will produce 5 adhesive, but each unit requires 3 corn, 3 mut fruit, 3 potatoes, and 1 purified water. So, you know, the requirements to make this, to make each unit, seems rather expensive, but since crops grow, you know, over and over, they keep growing, obviously, that's how crops work. All you need to do is gather a few of each in the beginning for your own garden, and then get cooking, you know, get started building your own garden, and then, you know, obviously harvesting each of these crops, getting some water, and then making adhesive. It's kind of difficult to just stumble upon all of these crops out in the world, so I went ahead and looked at some other settlements that already have these crops growing, and here are some of the locations where you can find these crops. So the first location where you should find plenty of corn is at Finch Farm, and it's in the far eastern portion of the map. There is a quest tied to this workshop settlement. I'm not sure if you have to complete that before you can harvest. You might need to, but it's a very simple quest, so you might need to do that, but this is a very reliable source of corn. The next location is Grey Garden, and this is where you'll find plenty of mut fruit. There's also plenty of other crops growing in this area. Grey Garden is pretty much south of Concord, where you start the game. It's very accessible early in the game, and definitely a really good source for tons of mut fruit. There's also some corn growing inside, and a little bit of potatoes, but not nearly as much corn that you will find at Finch Farm, where I just showed you. So the last location is Ten Pines Bluff, and you're introduced to this settlement very early in the game by Preston Garvey if you stayed in Sanctuary Hills, and basically you should know where this is. This is pretty much just east, kind of northeast of Concord, where you start the game, and there are plenty of potatoes here, so you don't need to worry about finding a lot of potatoes. You can just come here, grab all of these potatoes, harvest them, and I think you do have to help them with their little raider problem before you can do that. So once you've gathered all of those preliminary resources, you can go back to your settlement of choice and just start planting. Seriously, just start planting all of these crops, and this is pretty much starting the method, you know, the strategy for gathering a ton of adhesive. So you're going to plant all of these crops, and you're going to want to make sure to assign someone to these crops. I'm not sure if this affects their ability to grow fruit that you can actually just harvest off of the plants. I'm not sure about that, but just to be safe, I would assign your settlers to actually, you know, harvest and gather these crops and make them effective. The next logical step is to do something that passes the time. You know, you need to give these crops time to grow so that you can harvest them and take advantage of them. And so what I did is I went to a new location. It took me about 5 hours of in-game time, and then I fast traveled back, and pretty much all of my corn was ready to harvest. Some of my other crops weren't ready, and I believe that's because I didn't assign my settlers. So I think that's a very important thing for you guys to make sure and remember to assign your settlers so that these crops are effective and they will grow. Of course, once you picked all of those plants, you can go to the cooking station, go down to utility, and you'll be able to make plenty of vegetable starch. And something I didn't mention was purified water. I made a video on purified water a while ago, how to really maximize the amount of purified water that you can get. But if you have a water source in your settlement, it's very easy to place down any kind of water, you know, extraction device and get a lot of purified water automatically sent to your bench. So that's something you most players probably shouldn't worry about, and that's why I did not mention it. So essentially, I just made a pretty good amount of vegetable starch, and if I go and look at my workshop, obviously that vegetable starch nets 5 adhesive per individual unit, which is pretty good. I mean, adhesive isn't that hard to find out in the world, but why find it? Why even pick it up if you're able to just make it at home very easily? And that's what I wanted to show you guys with this video. But what I want to know is, will you use this method after watching this video, or have you already used this method to collect your adhesive? It's very effective and it makes a lot of sense. You can just do it at home. And will you stop picking up adhesive junk? You know, is there any point to picking up adhesive at this point if you can just make it right at home at your settlement? Share all of that in the comments section below. Alright guys, today I showed you how to get unlimited adhesive in Fallout 4, and next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for daily Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos, and remember that this is your #1 hub for all Fallout 4 content on YouTube. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for continued tip videos. And I've got, like I said, a special kind of build video coming tomorrow. Hope you guys will enjoy. Talk to you next time. Peace.